You know what time it is? It's time to look at some of those holdbacks. Hey guys, Ron here with BBM Reptiles. Thank you again for taking the time for stopping by my channel. And if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow me along on this incredible journey of reptile keeping, specifically working with ball pythons. Guys, it's talking about holdbacks, and I wanted to show you, even though I didn't have the chance to actually go through most of my egg cutting clutches, I want to give you basically the status of where I'm standing so far as what I decided to keep back as holdbacks. Okay, now first off, I wanted to start out with this Partho clutch that I got, which was supposed to be from the Pastel Super Gravel to my Ivory female, and actually she produced everything herself. So since everything ended up being females, and eventually I was hoping to get Ivory additional in my clutch, because right now I only have one Ivory in my collection, which was the mother of this one. I figured, you know what, not all is lost. So I lucked out at least, even though I didn't hit on the pastel highway, which was something that I was looking for. At least I got these females to fall back on. So right here, this is one of three that I decided to hold back. And it's like I said, it's something that I'm gonna enjoy figuring out that thesis that they talk about the Partho clutches and how they fare as they actually age. So this is one of three of my holdbacks that I decided to hold, and it has a busy pattern for an Ivory, as a matter of fact. I know it's nothing more than what it is just basically the Ivory, but I love how the patterning on the snake with the yellow highlighter, it is on that. So even though I didn't hit on that elusive pastel highway, I was lucky enough to hit on these girls, 3 Ivory females. Okay, next up we're going into my dreamsicle projects. Now the important thing about working, at least getting into the dreamsicle project, is having a female base. Now I do have a lavender albino that she's 100% head for piebald adult, but that's the only female I have. So I needed to actually work on my collection of building up the females. So this season I'm pretty limited with the females that I got, but I got some really nice females, and I'm gonna start out with these first ones. Now over here, let me put this one to the side. Right here, I have basically, this is a normal female, but like I said, the potential that she has, because she's a female, she's gonna help me have another small army of females in my collections to help me reach that dreamsicle projects. Now it's not just basically making dreamsicles, but it's getting to that point that I can actually make some combinations with the dreamsicles. And while my male is working out the heads in different combos, I'll have the female base to help me out to basically produce them. So first off right here is the female, and the great thing about it, look at those pied markers. I mean, like, there's no issues about it, but if there ever was a question what pied markers look, the great thing from producing heads from visuals is that there's no guessing on it. And just looking at the markers, if you ever want to know what they are, this clears it up for you. So this is the beautiful normal female, and this is one of the females that I have in my collection that I'm very, very excited to include in my army. And she's a little bit fidgety, but yeah, this is just a normal, but she's a powerhouse normal. And this right here, even though she's in deep shed, this right here is my pastel female. And again, she's 100% double head for lavender and piebald. And I'm very, very excited because, like I said, it's all about basically having the female bases to help you with those collections. And I'm gonna show you another one in a second, but I'm trying to go up to each different ones that I have that I produced. But I just love the way this pastel looks. Again, she's in deep shed, but she's a beauty. Now this bright guy is my pastel lavender 100% head for pied, and it's a male. Now, even though he's a male, he has that additional gene, which is a pastel, which is something that obviously I want to add in, because I've seen Justin's pastel yellow belly dreamsicles and they're amazing. And going by his experience, seeing how they brighten out even more as they age, that's something that I want to replicate. So getting there, obviously, even though I had the female, this one I actually held back and I gifted it to my son because I want him to get also excited as I am within this. So I had to make sure he had some nice projects to start with. So right here, this bright guy is my pastel lavender albino, 100% het for pied. Okay, now we're gonna go to gravel territory. This right here, we have a pastel gravel, which is 100% het for piebald. Now the story and interesting fact about this clutch is I believe it to be a dual sire clutch. Now before I get into that, let me just actually talk this through. The pairing was my pastel super gravel to my clown female. And the thing is, as the season was progressing, I wasn't seeing a lot. And I was actually worried that I was gonna lose that season with the female clown. And obviously with clowns, either I'm gonna make visual or hets. And I wanted to make sure that I was using the most powerful male that I had in my collection. Well, I went with the pastel gravel, and since I didn't see anything happen with him, at the last minute I threw in my dreamsicle male, figuring if anything I'll make some triple hets. And egg cutting time, and this is the first egg that I cut, and I hit on the pastel, and I'm thinking, wow, great. Everything at least I knew was gonna be, it came from the gravel. And I love actually having the fact that this is a male, and it's gonna actually help me make some gravel clown combos now that I have it in pastel. I do have a few leopard yellow belly het clowns and yellow belly het clowns, but before I go that path, I want to see what else I could actually add on top of this just before I hit the yellow belly in the clowns. But this is going to be at least my first powerhouse male that I have in the collection, and he's a beaut. Now his patterning on the belly, you can see it's checkered pretty much, obviously, and it looks incredible, and it's a good reference so I can actually look towards my other gravels to have a clear idea. Even though obviously it was a super gravel, but I did struggle to actually, when I had the regular gravels, to actually confirm between that and the triple hets, and I'm going to show you what that is right now. Okay, right here, this is a gravel clown. I'm sorry, not a gravel clown, but a gravel het clown. And why I'm seeing the gravel on this one, if you can see the belly, how patterned and checkered and dirty actually it is. So that alone just basically spells out gravel to me completely. So I'm having no issues with this one being the gravel. And I figured, as a matter of fact, this was the second snake that I actually popped out. And knowing that from what I've seen with gravel pictures, it wasn't an issue with that. Now, this is the kicker. This is the male. Now I'm going to show you the clutch mate of the snake, which is this one right here. Now, this is what I am for the moment. I'm believing that I hit on the triple head. And if anything, comment below and give me your impressions. What do you think if I actually hit on the triple head? But this is my impression on it. If you look at the belly, it's a lot more cleaner. Plus, it actually has those pied markers. And it's a lot more cleaner if you compare it. Right there, you got the ringer actually coming up. And on the other side also. So we have a clear, clean, and that dark highlighting pattern that you would see on het pieds. So this is what's actually right there. You got that cool ring on that side there. This is what's telling me basically that I actually hit on the triple head. And if I was to compare these two, actually get them side by side, it's really hard to tell, but it's the belly. It's the belly actually that gives it away. As you can see how dirtied up this one is, which is basically the gravel trademark. This one's already spoken for, as a matter of fact, and this is another powerhouse male. And This one is the only one that actually I let go from the clutch. Everything else, every other thing, and I hit a ratio of 2.3 on that. So either I will hit Super Gravel Clowns, or if I actually did luck out, I'm looking at possibly Holy Grails, which would be the Dreamsicle, Lavender Albino Piebald Clown. So I'm not banking on that, and I'm working on this season coming up to make some more hits. But if anything, that actually looks like a clear marker. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Okay, here we have what I have to say is the most exciting clutch or single snake that I produced this season so far. Right here is an Orange Dream pied, and she's 100% het for Lavender Albino. The idea is making the exception, and it's the dream within a dream. I mean, like, ever since I saw the video that Justin made with the exception, him waking up in a dream with another dream, I figured, you know what, I gotta recreate that brightness that the Orange Dream actually brings to the Lavender Albino and actually the Dreamsicle. So this, like I said, she is a female, and this is another powerhouse female that I was lucky enough to actually produce and have in my collection. Now, like I said, I do have a single egg from my Lavender Albino het pied in the incubator, which I should be cutting in a few weeks. But until then, and hopefully whatever comes out, I'm crossing the fingers for the Dreamsicle. This, I gotta say, is my season closer. My Orange Dream Piebald het Lavender Albino, and I love her so much. Now, you know I can't log out with actually showing off these two males. This is an Orange Dream. They're both Orange Dream Piebalds, and they're males. They're the clutch mate of that female, and they're 100% het for lavenders. But they're both males, and I decided to keep them as a holdback also. I mean, like, you can't have too many powerhouses males in your collection, so it's good to actually have one. Now, you can see the color on this one. It's kind of weird, but it's in deep blue. It's in deep blue shed. But this is kind of difference actually between the high white and the low white over here on the left side. But these are two great males that I also decided to hold back and to keep on working those Orange Dream Dreamsicle projects and see what else I can actually add into that. So these are basically the holdbacks that I have for now. There's still a lot to work, and even though my season is ended, I'm looking forward to this new season that's just about to start. So it's all great, and there's a lot of positive feedback that I'm getting from a lot of people what I was actually producing, and some snakes that people have acquired from me. So I'm extremely excited what this season brought, and I'm ready to rock on the next one. So, you know, it's just gonna keep getting better as the years go on. And just to show how incredible this is, it's not only about making snakes, but it's also going to those expos, going to those get-togethers, the chats, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the venues, connecting with so many great people, puts you in that great position to not only compare what you're producing, but also share what the other person is also producing. And I want to give a special shout out to a great breeder that actually included a cool swag that I'm so excited to have, and I want to show you that to you right now. Salvatore Gomez of Gomez Python. Sal, thank you very much for the shirt. I mean, I'm loving it, and you know what? It's not easy to find one of these nice, comfortable shirts for, you know, someone well-built like me. But again, Sal, thank you very much, and it goes back to what I was talking about, the community and the reptile in general, the reptile hobby. it gives you that potential to actually connect with so many great breeders and content creators, and you get to share some of their cool swags. Again, Sal, thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna put his YouTube channel in the descriptions, and also hit him up on Instagram. I dubbed him Stranger with Candy because he's working with the candy gene, and you know Halloween's coming up, so that's one stranger you want to hit up for some candy. Anyway, guys, again, thank you very much for stopping by my channel, and until the next time, I will see you in the next video.